All right, folks, we're back for Big Word Wednesday. We got our big book because before there was smartphones and all that other good stuff that you could just talk to your phone and it would give you the answer you're looking for. This is what people had to go to find their information. We're going to start at the beginning. I didn't know the front of it. This big book was published in 1936, so it's been around for a minute. So the way it operates may be a little bit different than the way things operate today. However, it is still full of all kinds of handy dandy knowledge. The beginning of this sucker does have web in the name of it though. So that's good to know, because before there was the World Wide Web, there was this guy printing these big books, and you take it all around the world with you. That's how you got your information. Front of this thing has got an ocean liner, a twin prop propeller airplane, a slick back automobile that looks probably worth a lot of money today, the Empire State Building, I guess it had just been built, and looks like it was an electric diesel train. So yeah, 1936, the world was a little bit different place than it is today. Not everybody had a telephone. They sure didn't have one in their pocket. They sure couldn't take video with it and send it out to you folks. We're going to start at the front here where the addenda. We're going to just start with the A's and work our way through, because I was trying to figure out a way to do it. Some of these big words are big words and some of them aren't. Some of them just mean a lot. We're going to start with Alabama. We'll do a state, or every state we can with a letter. We'll do the states. Alabama, a state of the U.S., the Cotton State. I didn't know that. The name is Indian. I didn't know that either. That'd be our First Nation people. It was here before we got here. Meaning, here we rest. Alabama is a good place to go rest. I can attest to that. I haven't spent much time there resting. Most of the time, I'm just driving through it on 65 or 231. In fact, I just did a video last week about killing cows in the state of Alabama. Check that one out. That's a good one. We wasn't getting no rest that night. That was a tough one. A privateer vessel built in England, which did much damage to American shipping during the Civil War, sunk by the Kearsarge off Cherbourg, France, June 19th, 1864. So there was a ship named the Alabama. Alabama claims made upon England by the United States for damages to American shipping during the Civil War by privateers, especially the Alabama. A tribunal of arbitration sitting in Geneva in 1872 awarded $15 million to the United States, also known as the Geneva Award. Other things you didn't know about Alabama. Things I didn't know about Alabama. I know they got free-range cows in Alabama, so look out for them if you're on the road late at night and it's foggy. We went to the middle of the A's and I found angel. Thought we'd go over that today. As a noun, meaning number one, literally a messenger. One employed to communicate news or information from one person to another at a distance. Rare. Number two, a spirit or a spiritual being employed by God, according to the scriptures, to communicate his will to man, a ministering spirit. In a bad sense, there's good ones and bad ones. Keep that in mind. In a bad sense, this is number three, an evil spirit, as the devil and his angels. They were cast down here to this old earth we run around on every day from heaven by God, because he has the power to do that. Number four, a minister of the gospel or pastor, as the angel of the church at Ephesus. Number five, an attendant spirit or demon. Number six, in the language of affection, a very beautiful or lovable person, one of angelic qualities. Number seven, an English gold coin current in the 15th, 16th, and 17th centuries, so a long time ago, and varying in value from 6S, 8D to 10S. I don't know what the S's and D's stand for. Somebody might. Well, maybe we'll look that up next week. So called for bearing on its obverse a figure of the Archangel Michael piercing a dragon. So that would be I'm guessing that would be one of the devil's angels, the dragon, getting pierced by the Archangel Michael. Number 8, a species of fish. And that's about it. Then we're going to flip on over. I was curious what would be the last word of the A's in this big fat book. And that's a lot of A words. A lot of A words. A whole lot. That's a lot. Of course, you got to make a big book. So you got to get through it. It was azimite. Who knew? Never heard of it. In church history, one of a sect of Christians who administered the Eucharist with unleavened bread. Also, a term of reproach applied by the Greeks in the 11th century to the Latins for consecrating the host with unleavened bread. No, I did wash my hands. I'm just noticing my fingers dirty. That's adhesive. We've got a bathroom remodel going on here at home. So a little adhesive. I did wash my hands before I went to digging around in the big old book. Anyway, that's what we've learned about the A's today on Big Word Wednesday. So don't forget to give us a like, subscribe if you'd like. We'd appreciate it. And thanks for watching.